Hi and welcome to this first part of the video training. In this first part, we slowly go into the topic and let's have a look why most traders fail. And of course, also we want to find out how to avoid it. This is the topic of the course. So I will show you how you can find points in the market where you can buy low and sell high, not the opposite like most of the people are doing. So why is this happening? Why are so many people buying high and then they get some kind of fear, they are fearful of losing all their money and then they're selling much lower than their buying price was? Well, this is mainly happening because these people don't have a clear strategy. So you see here as first point, we have no clear strategy. They're just jumping into the market, jumping out of the market. Most of the time, they are driven by the media, or they are just watching the media. They're just listening to their friends. They don't make the decisions on data they have collected. They do not know enough about the market and they don't have certain indicators that I will show you, very simple indicators where it's very easy to figure out is now the right time to buy or not. Then a lot of times if people are quite active in the market, they're overtrading or revenge trading as well. So that means they opened a position, they made quite good profits for a small period of time. And if you're in a bull market, if you're trading in a bull market, it's quite easy actually to make profits. But then as soon the market goes sideways or even turns downside, then it's getting very critical. Especially if you're trading leverage, the problem is then if you don't have stop loss in your leverage trades, you cannot really take out the money and you are at risk to be liquidated if the price drops even more. And then oftentimes people put in more collateral into the trade to not being executed. But still often the price drops so heavily, or it's just one wick. A wick means it's just a candle price that is going down for some seconds or milliseconds on certain exchanges. And this can be purposefully done by exchanges or by a market maker to get people out of the market. So you are basically out of the market and you're liquidated. Liquidated means that you're losing all the money that was previously in the trade. So this is also that we see quite often that people trade too much or trade the wrong strategy, or also if they lose, they increase the amount of the trades they do because they want to win it back. And then you're making the wrong decisions. You're not keeping your stop losses. You're not having any stop losses and so on. So this is very important to understand. The risk management, we talked a little about it already. In our case, the main purpose of the course will be we are looking at the indicators that will make it very easy for you to get out and in the market. And the risk factors, of course, are also important, but more if you trade more short term. If you're a long-term investor, you can take a little more downside. So if you're just holding assets, if you're getting into Bitcoin, for example, or Ethereum or Solana, or any of these base assets that you think will do good over some periods of years, then you don't have a stop loss because you are holding this in your cold storage. That would be the best option. And you're not looking too much at the market. But still, it's important to get the right entry trade. And also, it's good to know if you want to exit, how to exit, and where to exit, and all the indicators that help you around that. We're going to discuss this in very detail. And no exit plan. Of course, in the case that you want to trade in and out quite fast. You need definitely a lot of exit strategies. In the case where you are putting it away as saving or even for a later generation, you also should be aware of how the market is developing. Maybe some countries are implementing certain kind of rules, certain kinds of laws that make it difficult to self-custody crypto, to make it difficult to cash it out, to have a high capital gains tax, to maybe you have to pay fees on the staking rewards that you are making, and taxes and stuff like that. So also in this case, you need to have the information. When is a good time to cash it out? Do you maybe have to move to another country, or have you got a company structure or something that make it easier for you to cash out long term? Also very important, how are you holding the assets? If you're holding the assets long term, it's very important to understand how to hold assets. So most of this we are covering in this course. The course will be focused mainly on buying low, selling high, all the strategies around it. I see you in the next part of the video training. Take care. If you watch this on YouTube, you will find the link to the full course in the description. In this course, I teach you to buy low and sell high. I see you. Bye-bye.